Hi friends, it's Deanna Wilson with Our Blooming Catholic Life, and last week I was showing you some knit patterns for Christmas in a pattern book. Today I'm going to show you a Christmas wish list magazine. Still super fun, lots of great things. We all know we jump to the back and look at the pictures, so let's look what these are. It's Crochet World Magazine presents Christmas wish list. It says on it late autumn 2023, and you can find it at crochet-world.com. It says to display until November 27th, so you have some time. It is about a $10 magazine, but there's 45 plus projects in here. It says to feed your crochet passion and solve your gift-giving dilemmas. But there's more than that. There's even another book, a Crochet Christmas. There's another Annie's book with lots of great crafts in it. What does this one look like if you have the title page? So it's broken down in these handy categories: gifts for her, gifts for him, gifts for kids, holiday gifts for the home, Christmas throughout the house. Hey, how are those two different? Holiday gifts for the home, Christmas throughout the house. I don't know how those are two different categories, but then at the end it has that standard yarn weight system that we looked at last week, as well as a stitch guide, design directory, skill levels, and a buyer's guide. So let's jump in and look at some of the projects. We're seeing if they had an @ that they wanted you to tag their projects. I don't see that. Okay, it does talk about an Annie's Craft Festival that you can sign up for now. It's going to be in Fort Wayne, Indiana at the very end of October. So this one, it says gifts for her, but it could also be something really lovely to wear to a Christmas party. You never know when you show up at somebody's house whether it's going to be chilly in their house or way too warm. So a nice scarf is the way to go. It can be decorative outside your coat on the way there, so if it's super hot, just leave it in your coat and walk away. If it's chilly in the house just a little bit, you can wear it as a scarf, or you can wrap it around as a cowl if it's really chilly, or it involves some outdoor activities. You can even see in this bottom picture here, she snugged it up a little bit more. It's like 3 different looks from one little project. Really cool, right? So she wrapped it around, worn it loose, wrapped it around once or twice. Okay, so it is a cowl. It is fully joined, but how many times she twists it together. It looks like crazy simple. Their scale of easiness goes from 1 to 6. This is considered a 3. It does give you measurements. Measurements are as important in a scarf. This is actually made with a size J hook. That's 6 millimeters. So pretty big. And what are they using? A size 4 yarn. And it actually tells you can go to anniesyarnshop.com and order the yarn right now. It does give you a gauge, but it's not perfect. There's another scarf with a big bubble stitch. Oh my goodness, friends. And then look at this one. Look at this. Can you see how sparkly that yarn is? Really nice. And that's another cowl. I think it's the same lady even showing it. Are there sequins in that? It's called Universal Yarns Rossetti Polaris Light. It's acrylic wool paillette. Is a number 3, but it looks like it does say sparkling sequined yarn adds the dazzle and elegance to this practical yet beautiful cowl that's just right for dressing up, but it can look chic and classy with jeans too. So sometimes yarns with that little bit of sparkle or sequin you can find this time of year. And again, this still has some wool in it, so it gives you that little bit of extra warmth. It's got the sequin for the sparkle, and yet the acrylic to make it easy on your arm, neck, right? In case you have sensitive skin. The next one is done in a lightweight alpaca silk yarn. It's again, this one's a big giant scarf, but you could also wear it as a shawl. So you could wear it as a shawl or a scarf. Very nice lacy pattern. Again, if it's really cold, you can wrap it up double. And if it's a little warmer, you can wear it more loosely. They do have then this really elegant long sweater if you know you're going somewhere cold, right? And that one was done completely with wool. Let's see here. Then they have things like this super cute winter holiday tote. Gift bags? No. Holiday totes? Yes. Spread the season all year round. There's some hats. Another perennial favorite gift is boot toppers. These ones, they actually show you how to attach it. So you buy the socks and they are attached to the socks themselves. There's jewelry in here. I'm not kidding, using metallic thread with beads. That's still only a 3 on the easy level. And they have one that's for a beginner and they look pretty glamorous. The sparkly yarn does add. Don't worry, gifts for him. The classic guy beanie, but done in a subtle color. There's still some variation here, but pretty classy looking. Let's jump. I can't really show you everything. There's some slippers for the men. There is a tote for like an iPad, a gift card holder for a sports fan. Another charity favorite, but it's done this time for guys. The scarf with pockets in the end. And this is a nice manly looking texture. It's done in Lion Brand Heartland yarn, which is a 4 and worked on a size L. That's a really big hook. There's a men's hooded zippered cardigan, so that's a 5. A gentleman's throat, really manly pattern. And then some super cuteness for the kids, a little bowling set that's reindeer. You could just make the reindeer. I mean, I'm sorry, how cute are those? You don't have to put the numbers on, you don't have to make the ball. Just the reindeer alone are super cute, right? Oh my goodness. There's a bib that looks like an owl. There is a stuffed animal that's Sherlock Hound. So cute. Child's bomber hat. And then there's a little girl's hat with flowers. Some sweaters. A blanket in here. The African tea cozy. You could always put a little teapot in there. Especially like a thrift store teapot you can decorate up. Oh, the last book we were talking about making kitchen scrubbies. This actually has how to make the scrubbies as well as a basket to keep them in. Gift toppers, tiny little hats. These could also be done in the right yarn and possibly for NICU. Check with your local NICU. Are there thread gifts in here? Poinsettia doilies. Lovely. I did those back in the day. Some that are just decorations. Yes. Are there Christmas stocking patterns? Yes. Christmas rose blanket and pillows. I've never seen anything like that. It is a number 4. You want to see what their directions kind of look like? So you can see there's the scale gauge, the finished measurements, the material, the universal yarn system. It tells you exactly what they've used to do it. Your gauge and what is that at the bottom? So, oh, this is a Tunisian project. Oh, that makes more sense. And so they're going to show you how to do that stitch. Look at the multicolor. The hook, the yarn, and then the action that you're making in red. That's so Catholic, right? The action in red. Just say. That was a little fun thing there to say. Sorry. That does have several pages, and you're like, well, is there a chart? Yes, there's also charts for them. So it has charts as well as written directions, always helpful to know. There is a beautiful throw that's sort of done doily style, but it's done with yarn. That's always an option. People don't realize that. There's always an option. There is a filet crochet method. Wraps for candles. That's the only thing I had some difficulty with. I would not put those on and then burn the candle. That's not something I would do. Could be. It is a cotton metallic blend. I would just be apprehensive on that one. And this is one of those ones where in the back, the patterns continue. Sometimes in the back, they like putting more of the pictures in the front. The patterns can continue in the back. And remember, there were some more directions back here. Some of the charts are full color. And some are not. Some are black and white. You do have a variety of them. There is a stitch guide back here. So your universal yarn. See, remember I talked about the number system, and that's going to explain it to you here. There's also pictures on how to do different stitches. A stitch guide, so it's like an index here in the back, as well as those great handy charts I told you about. And then a picture guide to all the different patterns in here is in the back, pages 112 and 113. And then there's a buyer guide, as well as difficulty marking. And what's this? Oh, carrying crochet. Annie's Craft Store, apparently anniescraftstore.com, for just $9 has a book on things that you can donate to various causes. Great. So this was a good find. I love getting these special Christmas editions, especially when they have those great charity knits in the end. Love it. Love it. What are you going to make for Christmas? Let's start talking about it now. Share what you're going to make, unless your recipient watches this channel too. Then do it discreetly. But feel free to share in here. You can put your Christmas wish list. If you're a friend of mine, tell me now, because otherwise you all know I'm going to run out of time. You know I'm going to run out of time. I always run out of time, so maybe you'll get it next year. Maybe you'll never get it, but it's half done in my basement right now in a box. Forgive me, friends. For I have half-finished projects. Cousin Wendy, I am talking about you. I have it. I don't know why I don't finish it. I'm the worst. Friends, may we all look forward to the season of giving and extend it forever in our hearts. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May he make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. And may the good Lord bless you. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen.